Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how the internet speed's going to go or what this audio is going to be like. Hopefully it come out alright. There's a bit of wind around today. So if you're a FIFO worker, this has been a troublemaker coach course. So I work with troublemakers. Troublemakers are people that are smart people, have strong opinions, and they're not afraid to tell you what those opinions are. They don't argue just for the sake of arguing, but if something's not right, they're prepared to speak up. If you haven't heard me talk about troublemakers before, I've done a couple of podcast episodes on them that you can check out. Now, if you fit that troublemaker mold and you're a FIFO worker, next year I'm doing something called the FIFO experiment. So I'm actually going back to FIFO and working on finishing off building 4 projects that I've got. And I'm doing it a different way because I've been doing it for 10 years and it's been a slow, painful process, but I'm going to show you how to speed the process up next year. So I'm going to run a training on how to do that. If you've got a side hustle, if you're a FIFO worker that's got a side hustle, or you want to start one, what we're going to look at in this training is something I've just learned recently called the 10% rule. Now, my mentor always said to me that 90% of people give up when they're 10% from their goal. I was just watching a TED talk by a lady called Jennifer Cohen the other day, and I think she's actually got it right. Flip it the other way around is most people will never have more than they take one shot at whatever they're doing. So they only ever get 10% towards a goal. You really got to have about 10 shots at anything before you can go, this is not working. But what happens when you do take those 10 shots, you'll find something that it might lead you off in another direction. So what we're going to do is have a look at Facebook ads, how you use Facebook ads. We're going to look at how you do 10 separate Facebook ads and then test them. You don't need a massive budget to be able to do this. You need $200, $20 per test. So 10 of those. And I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how you have to split if you're running some ads or boosting some posts and it's not working, you have to really split them into 3 different categories as well, okay? So there's the 3 categories I'll call it. Number 1 is something that, if you've ever watched the show Silicon Valley, there's a lady on there called Jian Yang who invents this app called Hot Dog, Not Hot Dog. That's all it does. It tells you, take a photo of a hot dog and tell you if it's a hot dog or if it's not a hot dog. Believe it or not, your first lot of ads need to be set up on that exact formula. Then we move into what's called the purple circle. This ad that I'm running at the moment is more aimed at people that are purple circle, so know a little bit about me. You might see it early on in the piece in a hot dog, not hot dog campaign, but this is really what's known as the POSER formula, and this is more for people that know a bit more about me and want to come and find out a bit more about what I'm doing. Finally, you get into your brand advocate stage, but that's beyond what we will do on this training. All we want to do at this stage is test and see how we get some traction, how we get people to start paying more attention to your posts, and how you start getting some more traction for your side hustle. I'm going to show you some tools that I use. These are must-have tools to be able to test your side hustle with. One's a free app. One you can get a free version of, or you can get a free version of all of them. If you pay, you'll get better, better options, and you'll move quicker. But you can get all of those tools for free. I'll show you why you need to get a a cheap domain name. Now, to register for this training, you head across to crashcourse.live. There's a little hint in that name just there why you want a cheap domain name. But you want one, you can pick a domain name up with the conversion Australian dollars to US. It'll cost you about $4 for 12 months to buy that cheap domain name. But it's vitally important that you have it. And I've got one last note down here that I need to tell. The ultimate KPI. So as well, if you're going to crank out a side hustle while you're in construction or FIFO, whether you're mining or construction, your time's limited, okay? Even when you are home, everyone thinks if you do a 2-1 Rusty, you got all this massive amount of time off. And you know as well as I do that you don't. That week gets chewed up very quickly. So you don't want this side hustle just to become another job, something else that you have to do, something that's a pain in the neck that you got to try and find the time to do. It takes time away from your partner or your kids or whatever it may be, your family, whatever that may be. So what we look at is the ultimate KPI, and using the ultimate KPI, there's a book that I've just come across written by a guy called Dan Sullivan. We use a formula called who, not how. So we get people to do this stuff for us. We just focus on the important stuff, which is actually cranking the content out, running the campaigns. That's your only 2 jobs for this. Everything else we try and give to someone else to do. And I'll show you, even if you've got no money to get started doing that, or you've only got a small amount of money to get started doing that, I'm going to show you how to start doing that. Use the ultimate KPI to basically remove all of the menial tasks that we don't want to do, so we can just focus on growing the side hustle, getting it up and moving. Ultimately, if you want to, or what I want to do, is get the side hustle to replace the FIFO. That sounds like you want to jump on the training, head across to crashcourse.live, register for that, and we'll speak on the training. By the way, there's nothing to buy on the training. It's not a sales pitch in disguise. I don't operate like that. Yes, I'll say to you, if you want to go and learn a bit more about what I want to do, there's a link, head across there. I'll send you probably across to somewhere like Voxer, and say chat with me via Voxer first to see if we go backwards and forwards to a thing what I call a triage call, just to see if we're a good fit to work together. But I will show you all of that stuff. You'll be able to take this stuff away at the end of the training and use it. No sales pitch, no bullshit. If you do want to buy something on the call bot, what I will do is I'll set up so you can actually buy me a beer. How about that? All right. That's it for today. Take it, use it to make a great week. Jump on and register for that training, and we'll speak soon. Now I can't kill this live because I don't know what my phone's done here, but it doesn't want to, and I haven't got any glasses. Maybe